I've never actually done any kind of custom before until now, and digging through some stuff that I thought I got rid of, I had a GIJoe Conquest. So, I have a buddy who does hydro dipping, and had this Conquest hydro dipped in carbon fiber. A little different. Got some battle damage. But all around looks pretty good. I'll unpack all the pieces and then I'll move the camera around so that you can see what I'm doing as far as assembly goes. This was treated, primed, hydro dipped, and then an automotive clear coat applied over the hydro dip. And he also did some airbrushing on a few spots to touch up where the sharp corners were. Apparently with this particular film that he used, the particular carbon fiber film, it's a little bit difficult to get into sharp corners and whatnot without the film tearing. So again, this is a carbon fiber look with airbrushed battle damage spots. Not bad for the first time ever doing something like this. I'll have to pop that out. It looks like that's actually painted over maybe a little bit, but the exhaust cover should just, I'll get the exhaust cover out later. But yeah, I mean, all of it turned out pretty well. I like it so far. We'll do the assembly on camera. I have all the pieces. Let's see. This thing was not mint condition to begin with. There were a couple little issues with it here and there, like a couple of broken tabs, and I figured that it would be really good for custom fodder. Here is the canopy. The canopy needs to be cleaned up and polished to look good. I'll take care of that later. There's a broken piece on here. Other than that, this should set in just fine. The last pieces that we have here, not only did I have him do the shell, but I also had the landing gear covers done in carbon fiber as well. I'll have to do the assembly on these, reassembly. So I took everything completely apart to have it all coated. And one of the things he did that I thought was kind of neat was a brushed stainless look on the exhaust ports, and then he blacked out the insides. So again, like I said, it's not perfect, but this is the first time that I've ever messed with any kind of a custom GIJoe piece like this, and he'd never wrapped any, he'd never done a dip on anything like this before either. So all right, now if I can just remember how this thing goes back together. All right, first piece should go in like this. Just kind of snap into place. Should, I say. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I probably should have put that in there first. Really? My dog's gonna start complaining at me now. Because I'm in the kitchen now instead of in my room, he thinks that it's time to eat. And it's not. It is not time for him. Alright, I'll see if I can make sure to get all this stuff lined back up, the tabs lined up right and everything. And keep in mind, this is a coating that was applied to the plane, so the parts may go back together a little bit differently than they initially came apart. A little bit tighter fit here and there. There we go. Wings snapped in place, pretty easy. Everything looks pretty good. Front section goes back together okay. Cockpit looks right. I think we're doing good things here. Just gotta put the screws back in to hold it all together. I'm also trying to be careful not to scratch anything. It's not perfect, I don't think, but it's damn near. The coating with the hydro dip, you know, this is a multi-layer process, and everything kind of multi-layer process, but it's not thick. It's not done real thick or anything. So here's the completed shell for the most part. I may send this back to him to have a little bit more airbrushing done down here along this side, this edge, just to make it look more uniform. Maybe airbrush in here a little bit. So one of the issues that this plane had was a broken tab here where the canopy goes on. And the canopy doesn't really want to, like, you can't lift it up and it won't say if you lift it. But it'll look good displayed with the canopy polished up and made to look nice. So we'll check fitment of the. Those are going to be kind of tight. They'll go in, but they'll be in there, not permanently, but they'll be in there pretty snug. So, and the smaller wing pieces here for the front. Let's go ahead and get our landing gear put back together. If I can remember exactly how these pieces go. Let's see. I am missing a piece of the landing gear cover. I overlooked this little piece here. This little landing gear cover, the front landing gear cover. And it was hiding in the bag. So I'll get this popped back on here, like so. Try to do it without breaking anything. There we go. Perfect. And get this popped back in. And there's that. All right, so putting this last piece together here, this should pop on relatively easy. Looks like we might have a little bit of buildup here that I'm gonna have to get off. Yeah, I'll just scrape that off there. All right, that scraped off. This piece back on here. I believe that's on correctly. These little pieces, little clips, just slide back over the post and push down onto it. Those weren't that bad to get off there either. So I think I've got this put back together properly. And it works. That's the important part. See if I can get it back in here without it breaking or anything. All right, so with the piece that broke off here, that is a stop for these. So this is actually going to rest up a little bit farther inside than what it did before, and that was a mistake I made whenever I packed this away. I put it into a bag and it ended up with something heavy on it and it broke. So, all done. All reassembled here. Get these wheels free moving again. Just got to put the nose cone on. And it's probably going to be a tight fit. There we go. Rotate it until it's in a good position there. Wipe it off a little bit later and we'll be good to go. So there we have it. There is the carbon fiber Conquest. Let's see if we can get these wing pieces on. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. These go in just fine. I know there's going to be an increased amount of material thickness back here for these, so now they'll stay real well. All right, here we have it. I think one of the things that I may end up doing for this is a might do some decal badging in a matte black. Go ahead and finish this out as a Joe plain, and yeah, just make it a GIJoe custom Conquest and put some I'll put some badging on the wings here and there, just to give it some decals and whatnot. So there you have it, folks. This is the carbon fiber Conquest. So I think what I'm probably ultimately going to do with this is use this as a giveaway for the channel here. I'll give this away on Facebook in some way, shape, or form. Basically, what I've been doing with my giveaways that I do every now and then is I'll have people comment with a number, and after we reach so many, or people just stop commenting, we'll draw a number, and whoever had that number will win the item. And I've given away figures, I've given away t-shirts, I've given away other stuff, decals and whatnot. But this will be the first time that I've given away something this size. So you guys watching, and even those who haven't watched, who have not yet subscribed to the channel, if you would like a chance to win this Conquest, make sure you're a subscriber. And if you're not a subscriber, try to get some other people over to the channel and get them subscribed to it as well. So there you have it. There will be more work done to this, and I'll post a video of updates or whatever on it. But here it is, the carbon fiber Conquest. Be sure and hit the subscribe button, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.